Every single person is teaching the same thing, but they all have a different method. Are you creating content on social media but you keep hearing crickets, or you're not getting as many leads and sales for your business? If so, then keep on watching this entire video, because I'm going to share with you the biggest content mistakes that you might be making right now, and I'll also share with you how you can improve your content so you can finally start turning a profit in your business. So welcome back to my channel. Jelena Ostrovska here from JelenaOstrovska.com. Super excited to welcome you back here. If you are new, let me know in the comments section below, and also hit the subscribe button if you enjoy this kind of content all about social media, coaching, entrepreneurship, content marketing, all things business. So let's get into the video. Number one mistake that every single content marketer has made at one point or another is bad headlines. So this is one lesson that I've learned several years ago, where a copywriter friend of mine said that you have to spend 80% of your time on the headlines and only 20% on your actual content. So you can spend a little bit more time on content if you want to, but you do need to put in the effort onto the headline, because if you have a really amazing email or a really amazing video or a really amazing social media post, but the headline is just flat out, excuse my language, shitty, it's not gonna get read by anybody, or it's gonna be read or viewed by a very small percentage of people. And you want to convert as many people as you possibly can. You want to have as many people click on the see more on that content that you're publishing. So spend more time on your headlines. Mistake number two is not using the trends. So, and what I mean by that is you need to basically stay woke when it comes to your business, when it comes to your niche. You have to be, aware of what's going on in your industry. What are the news? What are the updates? What are the valuable updates and news and trends that you can share with your audience that are going to be valuable for their business? And again, I do want to give you a warning. It doesn't have to be news or politics or elections or anything crazy, but whatever is relatable to your particular industry. Is there a new kind of diet that you figured out? Is there a new kind of, method, or is there a new kind of makeup trick, or a new kind of way to apply your makeup, or is there a new social media update? So for example, I'm going to have a new video on my channel coming up all about how to upload your IG live to IGTV, and I'm also going to share with you how to upload your IGTV from mobile and from desktop. So stay tuned for that. So that's the kind of updates you can be doing for your business. If there is an update and it's relevant to what you are teaching, it's relevant to your brand, share that. Because nobody really wants outdated content. You know what I mean? There is such content that is evergreen, and there is such content that is current or a trend. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that besides just the evergreen kind of content, you also have the trending content. Mistake number three, not serving your audience. So what I mean by that is, a lot of the times I see content creators and coaches always creating content and posting just because they think it is going to help their audience. They think that's what their audience want and need, but not necessarily. So what you want to be doing, you want to constantly be serving your audience. It doesn't have to be an official SurveyMonkey survey or anything like that. All you have to do is every now and then pop onto Instagram Live or Instagram Stories, or you drop a little poll in your Facebook group, or send an email to your list and keep asking questions, right? So if you have a decent sized audience, or even a small audience, even a small audience is going to react and help you out with your research if they are an engaged audience. But what you also want to consider doing, if you are saying, Jay, I don't have a big audience, or I'm just getting started, that's fine. You can go to forums like Quora or Reddit, or go to Facebook groups and see what people are asking in your field. And I actually do talk about it in details in this video, where I actually walk you through 5 different tools that you can use to create content, literally unlimited content for your social media and for your blog or podcast or YouTube channel, any of that. So definitely check that out. Mistake number 4 is worrying too much about your competition. So it's always good to see what other people in your field are doing. However, do not get too distracted and sidetracked by what they are doing. Because what happens a lot of the times, and it actually happened to me before as well, a lot of the times we pay too much attention to what the other guy or girl is doing, and we try to emulate what they're doing, which is fine. You know, we can always get ideas and inspiration from them. Do not ever copy. Like, just FYI, I always have to mention that because we're always getting new and new people. But you want to also focus on teaching your own concepts and your own methods of, you know, whatever it is that you're doing. So if you have your own way of creating content, do not look at the other guy, teach your own way, something that has worked for you. So another thing that you also want to consider is there's so many courses and content pieces out there. Every single person is teaching the same thing, but they all have a different method. So my method to content might be different to yours. My method of copywriting might be slightly different than yours. My way of social media might be slightly different than the other person's. I'm not going to teach somebody else's thing just because something that has worked for them. I'm always going to be teaching my methods and what I have been using and what has worked for me, instead of just trying to swipe what somebody else has been doing. So keep that in mind. Always be focused on your own lane. Put those blinders on and focus on your own method. Mistake number 5, not building an email list. So I can't stress this enough. I have been saying this for years and I'm going to continue to be saying this. Make sure that you always build your email list. There's always going to be different things. There's going to be many chat bots. There's going to be different, messenger bots. There's going to be SMS, all kinds of different things. There's going to be different kinds of trends. And while they may stay for good, and they likely will, bots are here to stay. And if you are building one, great. If not, you can always come back to it. But email is something that's just always going to stay here. Like, we all know that it's just here to stay. It's been here for many, many years. And that's something that you have to keep building because that's the list that you actually own. So have a lead magnet like this. For example, this is the lead magnet that I have, the social media content calendar, where I basically show you the entire calendar of what you need to be posting every single day on social media. So it's like little prompts, ideas that you can implement. So you can grab it down below in the description box as well. But that is my way of building my email list. And every single year I have always kept building my email list through different lead magnets and different challenges and webinars and masterclasses just like this. So that is something that you also want to be doing, because anything can happen to social media platforms. There's platforms coming and going all the time. Obviously, such as Facebook and Instagram, they're always here to stay. But no matter what it is that you do, whether you have a podcast or a blog, you always want to be building your email list. You do not want to just leave traffic out there and leave the people out there. You always have to get them into your own little ecosystem. And by the way, I will have a video coming up all about building your email list from scratch. So if you are not subscribed to my channel, be sure to do so down below. Hit that button and also hit the notifications, because you are going to be the first to know when that video goes live. Mistake number 6, not engaging with your audience. So social media is called social for a reason. So you always want to make sure that instead of you just pumping out content consistently and constantly, you also want to be spending that time to communicating with your audience. Reach out, send messages, engage with your new followers, engage with your comments, engage with other people. So I do have a very detailed video right here where I talk about my entire engagement strategy for Instagram. So be sure to check that out, because I'm going to give you the exact step-by-step process of what I do on Instagram consistently to expand my reach, to expand my audience, and ultimately get more leads and sales into my business. And mistake number 7 is worrying about numbers. So every single time, every single coach out there, I believe we all worry a little bit too much about the number of likes we're getting, the number of followers we're getting, the number of, comments each of our piece of content receives, the number of YouTube views we're getting. So it's always so easy to fall into that trap of constantly worrying about numbers. And, it does affect our businesses and even our mindset to a certain extent. But what you want to be focused on more is not necessarily the engagement. It's not necessarily the likes and comments, but it's the actual leads and sales for your business, because that's the only metric that ultimately matters. You can't really take likes and deposit them into your bank account. You can't really take those comments and deposit them into your bank account until you know how to convert them. Engagement does not matter. And let me tell you, there are businesses and there are coaches that make, you know, multiple 7, multiple 8-figure business in like annually, and they don't really have the best engagement out there. So a lot of the times you would look at their business and you would never even think that they do have such big of a business, right? So I actually do talk about the ways for you to make money on social media in this video, so be sure to check that out. And if you are curious about what kind of money making activities you can be doing on Instagram, I do talk about it right here, so definitely be sure to check that out. So these are all the 7 biggest content marketing mistakes all coaches and content creators have made at one point or another. So I really hope this video gave you a lot of insight as far as how to improve your content marketing efforts. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like down below. Let me know in the comment section which tip was your favorite. Also be sure to grab the content calendar down below in the description box as well. I will leave it just for you. And without any further ado, I appreciate you. I really hope this video was valuable. Be sure to check out these 2 videos right here before you leave, all about social media and content marketing. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.